Sat Sri Akal, welcome back. Today I'm going to show how I'm going to use textures and cutters to make platters. So let's get started. I have rolled out a slab. Now I'm taking an old credit card to compress the clay, and it also removes textures of the canvas. So I use a slab roller, so I sandwich between two canvases and then roll it. So when you do this, you might find air pockets. If you find bubbles, you can just burst them up. Okay, and then I'll wipe it again. Okay, wipe it again, and then I have a texture roller. This is from Dream Molds and Cutters, so they make this lovely textures. But if you use this on directly onto this, clay will get stuck to this, so you need a barrier. So I have talc in a socks. Don't try to smell this, but you can also use sorry, you can also use flour or corn flour, WD-40 or anything like that, and then roll it harder onto the clay. See how beautiful it looks. Okay, I hope you can appreciate from the video. And I have this again. This cutter is also from Dream Molds and Cutters. They are in Vijayawada, but they ship it all over. So I'm using this cutter, and I'm going to remove all this clay from the side. And once I do this, I have a plaque, and to turn the plaque into a plate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the edges and then join them together. So for that, you measure it and cut it on an angle. So these joints, we are going to have the same, if we have the same length of cutting, we have the same length of walls. So this is so I'm going to score all over this side, all over this side again. So I'm doing one this side, only on one side of this. Here also I'm doing only on one side, and then we are done on this side. So now we can, if your clay is firm enough, we can flip it. I'm using paper so that it doesn't stick to the board. So now that we have it here, and now we score it onto the other side. So if you have paper, don't worry, the paper can peel it off. I normally remove it before the first round of firing, because all this ash will become kiln dust during the second firing. So always remove that. So now that I've scored this, I have a comb which I'll show you in some other video. So if I have a larger surfaces to do, I use a comb to score it. And now we have slip. So I'm going to flip it again. If it's a larger piece, you can sandwich between the two canvases, two boards, like you flip a cake. I'm putting slip all over here. Can you hear my wind chimes? Isn't it very nice? People love wind chimes in my studio. And I'm going to put the other side too, and then join them together. Okay, and gently press it. Here also put it on the other side and join them together. Keep repeating all over, and then you see what is this turning into. Okay, so if you want the walls to be high, you cut a little longer. If you want to you don't want to raise the walls, then you can shorten the length that you're cutting. So if you want it to stand straight, you can fold more. If you don't want to stand straight, then you can reduce it. Alternatively, if you want it to be straight, what you can do is you can let it dry a bit. When it becomes leather hard, it stays. Or you can take some newspapers or a piece of cloth and then crumble it, and you put it next to it. So this gives the shape, or else you can just wait for it to dry. I like to give it like the shape, so I leave it for it to dry. Once it dries, then I'll do the finishing with the sponge, and then it's ready to go. I hope you enjoy it.